Hey, good afternoon, good evening, guys. This is Andy at Vineyard Christian Fellowship in Hood River. I'm just reaching out to everybody to give you guys a message of where we're at, what's going on with our church family. And my friends have been laughing at me. I'm an old dog. You're trying to teach me new tricks with going digital and doing a video. So bear with me as we move forward in this and we try this whole thing on. I just want to say, church family, we're in unprecedented times. We have the coronavirus, COVID-19. The stock market has seen a sharp decline. We've got school closures, both high school and college level. The suspension of the NBA and the MLS, an increase of government intervention in all areas of our lives, just day to day, right? In Oregon, Cape Brown, our governor has canceled all events of 25 or more people, including the closing of all dine-in restaurants. They can only do takeout from now on. And Trump announced just last evening a recommendation of no more than 10 people gather together for the next 15 days in an attempt to get ahead of the curve and spread of the virus. So we do not want to live in fear in these times, yet we do want to live in love. Living in love includes protecting those of us that are at risk, the elderly, immune-compromised individuals, by abiding in what the government mandates and recommendations are calling us to do. Paul calls us to give preference to the weak, and this is one of those times where we need to watch out for our family and love well. We frequently speak from the pulpit about being church, being family, about being our community. Our church family is not about a building or an event or Sunday or even about religion. It is about relationship with Jesus and the resulting life that brings to every other relationship in our lives, be it large or small. This includes bringing life to our families, our neighbors, our community we live in, even the digital communities in which we share our lives. We are called to abide in love, joy, and peace. So this is our season, our time to walk out what we value most, to shine light into the darkness, to be a light on a hill, a force of positive change with the love of Jesus. This is a call to arms, not of war, but of loving extravagantly in these times. Many are consuming the media spin on everything and therefore living in constant fear. Many are adhering to the safety of isolation and therefore lonely. So how do we act out as the hands and feet of Jesus? We increase the touch points in our community by being hope bringers. We can choose to connect more with the additional time that we have in our lives right now. We can choose to press into prayer and intimacy with Jesus. We can choose to give and not hoard in these times. We have a choice to think outside the box in how we do relationship. Therefore, Vineyard Christian Fellowship Hood River is suspending Sunday services until further notice. But that does not mean that we are canceling church. Church has always been about relationship. We choose to increase our relationship. Next week is Oregon spring break. The week after that is Washington spring break. Plus, our government is asking us to give preference to the weak, in Paul's words, by reducing gatherings of 10 or more people for the next 15 days. We will honor this to support flattening the curve and protecting our families. And while we rest and we be patient, our leadership team is looking at expanding our life group options, where we can continue to have community and relationship. We're discussing with leaders how to meet the needs in both Oregon and Washington. So if you're willing to host a life group on Sunday mornings or another day of the week, just email me directly if you would. So family, rest, pray, press into the Lord and those in your community. It may be time for some of us to stretch and either invite in or reach out to expand our communities. Attached is a link to an awesome message from John Mark Comer at Bridgetown Church in Portland. I highly recommend watching it, as John Mark's message resonates with our hearts as we move forward. Blessings. lovers of Jesus and all his children, from Andy and Carolyn.